What is up, everybody? PercyFan107 here, and today I'm going to do a special video for Thanksgiving. It's a reaction video. Well, not a normal reaction video because it's not a new video on YouTube. No, this time is an episode of Thomas and Friends. An episode which you know was rewritten in the US to coincide with the Thanksgiving holiday. I haven't seen this one in a while, so it's the perfect time to watch it now. It's Thomas and Percy's Mountain Adventure. Let's begin. 3, 2, 1, hit it.
If someday you should see Thomas the Tank Engine puffing happily along the line, he may be on his way to a village nestled deep in the heart of the island of Sodor.
I found it weird how Birdie didn't have a speaking role in this episode.
It's nearly Thanksgiving, and I'll bring you lots of letters and parcels.
At first, I was confused with this dub because since I watched the Spanish dub first, it mentioned Christmas. And I was confused as they were saying, why is Thanksgiving and not Christmas? But then after a few years, I understood why.
The island was covered with thick snow. The engines found work difficult. Some had to help clear snow from
At first I didn't know who that was until I watched it a few times and discovered Donald and Douglas. Because I didn't grow up with the classic series.
Driver says there's lots of mail for the village, said Thomas. I'll need an extra car for it all. Percy was feeling left out. It's not fair. You're not leaving any mail for me. But Percy's chance had come. There's been a change of plan, said Thomas's driver. Sir Topham Hatt needs us at the big station. Percy, you are to take Thomas's train to the village. Percy was delighted. Thomas was sad. I won't be able to say Happy Thanksgiving to all my friends. Don't worry, said Percy kindly. I'll do it for you. It's not the same side.
In the Spanish dub, the narrator puts more enthusiasm into that. I'm not saying this dub is bad. I'm just comparing.
There ahead was a fogman by the line. He was holding a red light. The village is cut off by the snow, he shouted. We need snowplows, workmen, and a helicopter. Leave your cars in the sidings and go back quickly. Percy was soon steaming to Harold's airfield. Beep, beep, whistled Percy. Wake up, lazy.
I love how they say peep peep in this dub.
They're stranded. Whiz-o, replied Harold. I like an emergency to keep me warm. And he buzzed away.
I always found Harold's accent funny.
Now, sighed Percy.
Or his voice.
Suddenly there was Thomas with Terence the tractor and a works train. Come on, Percy, whistled Thomas. Follow me. The two engines battled their way through the snow. At last they reached the village. Harold was already there, busily dropping food for Thanksgiving dinner to the people below. Terence quickly got to work. Lovely stuff, he said as he pushed the snow aside. Well done, Percy. Well done, Thomas, cheered the villagers. Percy, I've just remembered. Your mail train is still back at the siding, isn't it? Percy hurried back to fetch it.
Owning Ultimate Christmas before Percy's Goldie Trick. Since that release featured the episode Out of Sync, I always was confused of the expression since I never watched the UK dub before the Spanish dub. I also noticed how Percy whistled in this part.
They loaded paint pots and parcels into Henrietta, and then they set off through the moonlit countryside. All the engines were fast asleep in the sheds as Toby ran silently into the yard. He had no idea what the villagers were going to do, but he knew it was going to be a big surprise. When the engines woke the next morning, they could not believe their eyes. The sheds had been repainted and decorated.
When I owned Thomas and Friends Help Out, I was confused why the We Wish You a Merry Christmas theme was absent in this part. At least you could edit that. So, that was my reaction to Thomas and Percy's Christmas adventure. And now, since you've all been so patient and keeping up to the end, I'm going to do something special. I have the instrumental here, and I'm going to redub every part of Thomas and Percy's mountain adventure. Enjoy. Wait. If someday you should see Thomas the Tank Engine puffing happily along the line, he may be on his way to a village nestled deep in the heart of the island of Sodor. One November morning, Thomas whistled to all his friends. It's nearly Thanksgiving, and I'll give you lots of letters and parcels. But then, an early snowstorm came. The island was covered in a thick blanket of soft snow. The engines found work difficult. Some of them had to clear the snow from the tracks, and workmen hacked away the frozen banks of ice. Thomas and Percy were collecting important mail for Thanksgiving. Driver says there's lots of post for the village, said Thomas. I'll need an extra freight car for it all. Percy was feeling left out. It's not fair, you're not leaving any mail for me. But Percy's chance had come. There's been a change of plans, said Thomas's driver. Sir Tottenham needs us at the big station. Percy, you're going to take Thomas's train for him. Percy was happy. Thomas was sad. I won't be able to say Happy Thanksgiving to all my friends. Don't worry, said Percy. I'll do it for you, Thomas. It's not the same, Percy, said Thomas. Percy was making good time on the way to the village when suddenly, "What's that?" said the driver. Up ahead, they saw a fogman holding a red light. The village is cut off by the snow, he said. We need snowplows, workmen, and a helicopter. Leave your freight cars in the center and go back quickly. Percy was soon steaming to Harold's airfield. Wake up, lazy wings. The mountain villagers need your help. They're stranded. Well, said Harold, I like an emergency to keep me warm. And he buzzed away. Now, said Percy, what's next? Just then he saw Thomas. He was taking Terence the tractor and the breakdown train. Come on, Percy, said Thomas. Follow me. The two engines battled their way through the snow, and they soon arrived at the village. They saw Harold busy dropping food for Thanksgiving dinner to the villagers. Terence quickly got to work and pushed all the snow aside. Well done, Percy. Well done, Thomas, cheered the villagers. You're the best Santa Clauses this village will ever have for Christmas. Percy, speaking of Santa Claus, I just remembered your mail train still back at the siding. Just then, Toby arrived bringing Henrietta. We've brought lots of hot drinks and food for the villagers. That night, all the engines had gone home, except for Toby. The villagers made a plan to thank the engines. They loaded paint pots and parcels into Henrietta, and they set off through the moonlit countryside. All the engines were fast asleep in the shed as Toby ran silently into the yard. He had no idea what the villagers were going to do, but he knew it was going to be a big surprise. When the engines woke up the next morning, they could not believe their eyes. The shed has been repainted and decorated. The engines whistled in delight, and everyone agreed it was a really happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, from Percy Fan 107.